Most people today spend more money on groceries every year, buy more supplements than ever before, and still feel tired, sick, and disconnected from the land. But for generations, the Amish never had that problem. What changed things for them wasn't technology or modern medicine. It was simple, forgotten knowledge about growing food, healing naturally, and living close to the earth. In this video, I'm sharing 20 biblical meals the Amish still eat today. Meals that heal your body, strengthen your family, and help you live a more self-sufficient life. If you want to stop depending on the system and start living the old order way, this channel is for you. Subscribe now before this ancient wisdom disappears forever. I'm glad you found your way here. Let's go back to the roots. Meal 1. Lentil stew, Genesis 25. This one matters because it solves a quiet problem millions of families face every single day, spending too much money on protein while getting too little nutrition in return. Lentil stew is one of the oldest meals in human history, and the Amish have never stopped making it. The Amish have cooked lentil stew for over 200 years. Lentils are rich in iron, plant protein, and soluble fiber. They lower inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and support heart health, all without costing more than a few dollars a pot. All you need is dried lentils, 1 onion, garlic, olive oil, and cumin. Soak the lentils overnight. The next day, sauté the onion and garlic in olive oil, add the lentils, cover with water, and simmer for 30 minutes. Season with cumin, salt, and a splash of apple cider vinegar at the end. Over time, this simple, sustainable meal reduces your grocery bill, supports healthy digestion, and gives your body the kind of clean, productive energy that processed food never can. One small thing the Amish always add: apple cider vinegar at the very end, never during cooking. It activates digestion and makes every nutrient in that pot more bioavailable to your body. Meal 2. Barley bread. This one solves a quiet problem that is aging millions of seniors faster than they realize. Store-bought bread loaded with preservatives, seed oils, and additives their bodies were never designed to process. Barley bread is the biblical answer, and the Amish bake it every single week. Barley is one of the 7 sacred crops of the Bible and has been proven in modern studies to lower LDL cholesterol naturally thanks to a fiber called beta-glucan. The Amish have relied on it for over 200 years, long before any pharmaceutical company discovered what it does. All you need is barley flour, water, salt, and a teaspoon of raw honey. Mix into a firm dough, shape into flat round loaves, and bake on a preheated cast iron skillet over medium heat, about 12 minutes per side until golden. This life-changing swap from store bread to homemade barley bread improves digestion, lowers cholesterol, and builds a productive weekly baking habit that saves your family real money. Amish bakers mix in a small handful of ground flaxseed before shaping. It adds heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, and you cannot taste the difference. Meal 3. Honey and olive oil porridge. This one addresses a quiet problem most seniors face every morning, starting the day with sugary cereal or processed oats that spike blood sugar, crash energy by 9 o'clock, and leave the body craving more. The Amish solve this with one ancient healthy bowl. Raw honey and olive oil are both cited in the Book of Proverbs as foods of strength and healing. Modern research confirms both. Raw honey contains natural enzymes and antimicrobial compounds, while olive oil provides monounsaturated fats that protect the heart and reduce inflammation at the cellular level. Cook whole rolled oats in water over low heat, stirring slowly. Once thick and creamy, remove from heat and stir in 1 teaspoon of raw honey and 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed olive oil. Top with a small handful of crushed walnuts before serving. This simple, sustainable breakfast delivers steady energy all morning, reduces joint inflammation over time, and replaces one of the most expensive and damaging habits in the modern kitchen. Always use local raw honey. The Amish source theirs from within 5 miles. Local pollen in raw honey builds your immune resilience to the exact environment you live in. Meal 4. Fig and walnut salad. This one quietly solves 2 of the most pressing health concerns for seniors: declining brain function and weakening heart health, with one rare biblical combination that most people walk right past in the grocery store. Figs appear throughout Scripture as symbols of abundance, health, and blessing. They are rich in potassium, calcium, and natural fiber. Walnuts, shaped by God to resemble the human brain, are the highest plant source of omega-3 fatty acids, proven to support memory and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Slice 4 fresh or dried figs in half. Arrange over a bed of arugula or mixed greens. Add a generous handful of raw walnuts, drizzle with cold-pressed olive oil, and finish with a light ribbon of raw honey. Eaten 3 times a week, this productive, self-sufficient salad strengthens memory, supports healthy blood pressure, and improves bone density, all in one beautiful 5-minute meal. The Amish always serve this at the start of the meal, not as a side. Eating bitter greens and healthy fats before your main course primes stomach acid and dramatically improves digestion for everything that follows. Meal 5. Roasted lamb with herbs. This one matters because it solves a quiet crisis in modern food: the dependence on factory-farmed meat injected with hormones, antibiotics, and additives that slowly damage the immune system. The Amish raise lamb the biblical way, and the difference is life-changing. Lamb is the most biblically significant protein, central to Passover, the New Testament, and Amish farm tradition alike. It is lean, rich in B12, zinc, and iron, and raised on open pasture without hormones. Pasture-raised lamb has measurably higher levels of anti-inflammatory omega-3s than feedlot beef. Season a bone-in leg of lamb generously with fresh rosemary, minced garlic, sea salt, and black pepper. Place in a cast-iron roasting pan and cook low and slow at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 hours until tender. Always rest the meat for 15 minutes before slicing. This healthy, family-centered meal rebuilds muscle strength in aging bodies, boosts immune function, and restores the sacred ritual of gathering around real food, the kind that nourishes generations. Amish cooks always add fresh mint alongside the rosemary, not just for flavor, but as a natural digestive aid that prevents the heaviness many seniors feel after eating red meat. Meal 6. Cucumber and dill salad. This one solves a quiet problem most seniors never connect to their daily health struggles: chronic, low-grade dehydration. When the body is consistently underhydrated, kidneys strain, joints stiffen, and energy drops. The Amish have a simple daily answer that has worked for centuries. Cucumbers are 96% water and were eaten daily in ancient Egypt and throughout biblical Israel. They contain potassium and silica, natural compounds that support kidney function, strengthen connective tissue, and keep skin elastic. Dill adds natural diuretic compounds that gently flush the kidneys without harsh supplements. Slice 2 cucumbers paper thin using a sharp knife or mandolin. Toss with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, a generous handful of fresh dill, and a pinch of sea salt. Chill for at least 20 minutes before serving. Made daily from your own garden, this sustainable, self-sufficient salad improves kidney health, reduces bloating, and keeps the body hydrated, productively, at virtually zero cost. Add thinly sliced raw onion to the bowl. The Amish have used raw onion as a natural antibiotic for generations, and modern science confirms its powerful antibacterial and antiviral properties. Meal 7. Garlic and olive oil soup. This one quietly solves the problem of weakened immunity, and the reason so many seniors spend every winter fighting one illness after another, cycling through expensive supplements that barely work. The Amish have never needed that cycle, and garlic soup is a big reason why. Garlic is mentioned in Numbers 11:5 and has over 4,000 years of documented medicinal use across civilizations. Its active compound, allicin, is one of nature's most powerful natural antibiotics, proven to fight bacterial, viral, and fungal infections. The Amish roast it in olive oil weekly as a preventive health investment. Slice the top off a full head of garlic, drizzle with olive oil, and roast at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes until golden and soft. Squeeze the roasted cloves into warm vegetable or bone broth. Blend smooth and season with thyme, salt, and black pepper. Serve warm. This life-changing winter remedy builds immune resilience naturally, reduces the frequency of seasonal illness, and replaces an entire shelf of expensive supplements with one beautiful, healthy bowl. Never boil raw garlic, heat above 140 degrees, Fahrenheit destroys a listen. The Amish always roast or saute it gently to preserve the full healing power of every clove. Meal 8. Grape leaf wraps with herb rice. This one solves a quiet but growing problem. The creeping replacement of real, home-cooked family meals with expensive, processed convenience foods that have no nutritional identity and no connection to the land. Grape leaf wraps bring both nutrition and meaning back to the table. Grape leaves are rich in vitamins A, C, and K, and they grow freely on any backyard vine. The Amish preserve them in salt brine from summer harvest, just as Mediterranean and Middle Eastern biblical communities did thousands of years ago. They are one of the most self-sufficient, productive foods you can grow and eat. Blanch fresh or brined grape leaves in hot water for 2 minutes to soften. Fill each leaf with a spoonful of cooked rice mixed with fresh parsley, dill, onion, and olive oil. Roll tightly and steam in a covered pot with a little lemon juice and water for 30 minutes. A nutrient-dense, family-friendly meal grown almost entirely from your own backyard. A rare, sustainable practice that builds self-sufficiency one harvest at a time. Always squeeze fresh lemon over the finished wraps before serving. Lemon activates the antioxidants in grape leaves and dramatically increases the bioavailability of the iron in the herb rice. Meal 9. Spelt porridge with dates. This one addresses a quiet problem aging digestive systems face every morning. Modern wheat. Hybridized beyond recognition, modern wheat causes bloating, inflammation, and energy crashes in a growing number of seniors. The Amish never stopped eating the original grain, and their gut health shows it. Spelt is an ancient biblical grain mentioned in Ezekiel 4:9 and still stone ground by Amish millers today. It has a more fragile gluten structure than modern wheat, making it significantly easier to digest. It is also higher in protein, B vitamins, and magnesium, nutrients critically low in most senior diets. Soak whole spelt groats overnight in cold water, then drain and rinse. Simmer in fresh water for 45 minutes until thick and creamy. Stir in chopped medjool dates and a generous pinch of cinnamon. Serve with a small pour of warm goat's milk. A gentle, healthy, and deeply satisfying breakfast that supports digestion, steadies energy, and makes a productive investment in your body's long-term mineral balance. Never skip the overnight soak. Soaking breaks down phytic acid, a compound that blocks your body from absorbing the zinc, magnesium, and iron in every grain. The Amish never skip this step, and now you know exactly why. Meal 10. Pomegranate dressing over greens. This one solves a quiet but costly problem hiding in plain sight. Store-bought salad dressing. Most commercial dressings contain refined seed oils, artificial flavors, and preservatives that actively damage gut health. Meanwhile, the Amish make something far more powerful from their own orchards. Pomegranates are one of the 7 blessed fruits of the land of Israel. Their juice contains punicalagins, some of the most potent antioxidants ever studied, shown to reduce arterial inflammation, lower blood pressure, and protect against oxidative damage. 3 tablespoons of fresh pomegranate juice as a dressing delivers measurable benefit. Press seeds from 1 fresh pomegranate to extract the juice. Whisk together with 2 tablespoons of cold-pressed olive oil, 1 small garlic clove, and a teaspoon of raw honey. Toss generously over bitter greens, arugula, dandelion, or spinach. A rare, life-changing salad that actively protects your heart and arteries, made entirely from ingredients you can grow, press, and prepare yourself. The Amish add a pinch of ground sumac, a biblical spice used since ancient times. Sumac is extraordinarily high in antioxidants and nearly doubles the anti-inflammatory effect of this already powerful dressing. If this video is bringing real value to your life, go ahead and give it a like right now. It helps YouTube share this forgotten biblical wisdom with more families who truly need it. And I want to hear from you. Which of these first 10 meals are you most excited to try? Drop your answer in the comments below. I actually read every single one, and I love hearing from this community. We still have 10 more powerful meals to go, and the best ones are coming up next. Stay with me. Meal 11. Goat's milk cheese with herbs. This one quietly solves a problem that costs seniors hundreds of dollars a year. expensive specialty health foods, and probiotic supplements that attempt to replace what the Amish have been making fresh in their kitchens for over 2 centuries. Goat's milk is the most naturally digestible dairy available. Its fat molecules are smaller than cow's milk, its lactose content is significantly lower, and it delivers more calcium per serving. Amish families have made fresh goat's milk cheese as a daily health food, not a luxury, for generations. Gently warm 1 quart of fresh goat's milk to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and stir slowly. You will see it curdle within minutes. Pour through a cheesecloth-lined strainer, add a generous pinch of sea salt, and press with fresh thyme leaves. Chill for 2 hours before serving. A bone-strengthening, gut-friendly, self-sufficient food you make yourself, at a fraction of what any health food store would charge for, something far less fresh and alive. Age your cheese wrapped in fresh grape leaves. This ancient preservation method, used across the biblical world, adds a subtle earthy flavor, while keeping the cheese naturally fresh without refrigeration for up to 3 days. Meal 12. Mustard seed and vegetable broth. This one matters because joint pain and morning stiffness are quietly stealing independence from millions of seniors, and most solutions on the market are either expensive, ineffective, or hard on the stomach. The Amish have a warm, simple, medicinal broth that addresses this directly. Mustard seed is referenced by Jesus himself in Matthew 13:31. It contains glucosinolates, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that inhibit the same inflammatory pathways targeted by many prescription joint medications without the side effects or cost. Toast 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds in a dry pan until they begin to pop. Add to a pot with chopped carrots, celery, parsnip, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Cover with 6 cups of water and simmer for 45 minutes. Strain and drink warm as a healing tonic. With consistent daily use, this productive medicinal broth measurably reduces joint inflammation, improves morning mobility, and replaces expensive supplements with something you grow and make yourself. Add a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger root during the simmer. The Amish call this combination their winter tonic, and together, mustard seed, turmeric, and ginger create one of the most synergistic anti-inflammatory blends in natural medicine. Meal 13. Baked fish with dill and lemon. This one addresses a quiet crisis driving brain fog, low mood, and heart disease in aging adults, omega-3 deficiency. Most seniors don't eat enough fish, and when they do, it is often overcooked in ways that destroy the very nutrients they need most. Fish is central to the New Testament. Jesus ate broiled fish after the resurrection in Luke 24:42. The Amish near rivers and lakes still practice traditional fishing and simple baking methods that preserve the full omega-3 content modern restaurant cooking destroys. Score a whole fresh fish with a sharp knife and stuff the cavity with fresh dill, lemon slices, and 2 crushed garlic cloves. Lay on a cast iron dish, drizzle with olive oil, and bake at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. Serve with roasted root vegetables. Eaten twice weekly, this healthy, sustainable meal measurably improves brain clarity, lifts mood, strengthens the heart, and builds one of the most valuable nutritional investments an aging body can make. Always bake fish low and slow. High heat oxidizes the omega-3 fatty acids, turning a healing food into an inflammatory one. The Amish learned this through generations of observation, long before nutrition science caught up. Meal 14. Almond and honey flatbread. This one solves a quiet daily struggle that affects nearly every senior with a sweet tooth, the craving for something sweet that constantly pulls blood sugar in the wrong direction. The Amish satisfy it completely without a single refined ingredient. Almonds are referenced in Genesis and Numbers and are the highest nut source of magnesium, the mineral most responsible for insulin regulation. Paired with raw honey, which releases glucose slowly due to its fructose to glucose ratio, this flatbread satisfies sweetness without a blood sugar spike. Pulse 1 cup of raw almonds in a blender until coarsely ground. Mix with 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, and a pinch of sea salt into a firm dough. Press flat onto parchment paper and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes until golden at the edges. A rare, genuinely healthy sweet that supports blood sugar balance, satisfies cravings naturally, and replaces one of the most destructive daily habits in the modern senior diet. Spread with real salted butter while still warm from the oven. The Amish consider raw butter a health food, not a guilty pleasure, and the fat actually slows glucose absorption even further. Meal 15. Leek and onion soup. This one quietly addresses one of the most dangerous and underdiagnosed threats to senior health, high blood pressure. It damages the heart, strains the kidneys, and steals years of life, often without a single warning symptom. The Amish have been managing it naturally for generations. Leeks are among the foods the Israelites craved in the wilderness, recorded in Numbers 11:5. Modern research confirms they contain kaempferol, a natural flavonoid that relaxes blood vessel walls and measurably lowers systolic blood pressure with regular consumption. Combined with onions quercetin, this soup is a natural cardiovascular investment. Slowly caramelize 4 large leeks and 2 onions in olive oil over low heat for 20 minutes. Patience is everything here. Add 4 garlic cloves and 6 cups of vegetable or bone broth. Simmer for 20 minutes, season with thyme and sea salt, and serve with a thick slice of barley bread. A warm, productive daily habit that supports healthy blood pressure, protects the heart, and gives seniors a natural, self-sufficient alternative to a lifetime of medication. Always use the dark green tops of the leek. Most people discard them, but they hold the highest concentration of kaempferol. The Amish waste nothing, and in this case, the part most people throw away is the most healing part of all. Meal 16. Roasted root vegetables with cumin. This one solves a quiet problem that becomes more serious with every passing winter. Poor circulation. Cold hands, cold feet, slow healing, and persistent fatigue are all signs the body's blood flow is not reaching where it needs to go. The Amish address this with a simple, colourful roasting pan. Root vegetables, beets, turnips, parsnips, and carrots were staple biblical foods eaten by farmers, travellers, and healers alike. Roasting concentrates their natural dietary nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and measurably improves circulation within hours of eating. Chop beets, carrots, parsnips, and turnips into large, even chunks. Toss generously with olive oil, ground cumin, sea salt, and black pepper. Spread on a baking sheet and roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes, turning once halfway through until caramelized and tender. Improved circulation, natural energy, and a sustainable, productive harvest from even the smallest kitchen garden. Planted once, harvested through autumn and winter for months. Roast beets on a separate pan and add them at the very end. Beet nitrates are heat sensitive. Over-roasting significantly reduces their circulatory benefit. The Amish always roast beets less than everything else, and the results speak for themselves. Meal 17. Raw olive oil tonic. This one addresses a quiet but critical health problem most seniors never discuss: sluggish liver function and poor daily digestion. When the liver is overworked and digestion is slow, everything suffers: energy, mood, skin, and immunity. The Amish have a single, ancient morning habit that addresses all of it. Olive oil is referenced over 140 times across both testaments as food, medicine, and sacred anointing oil. 1 tablespoon of raw, cold-pressed olive oil taken on an empty stomach stimulates bile production, lubricates the digestive tract, and provides oleocanthal, a natural compound as anti-inflammatory as a low dose of ibuprofen without any side effects. Source the highest quality, cold-pressed, unfiltered olive oil you can find. Each morning, before eating or drinking anything else, take 1 level tablespoon slowly. Chase immediately with a small glass of warm water with fresh lemon juice squeezed in. Improved liver function, smoother daily digestion, lower LDL cholesterol, and reduced systemic inflammation, all from a daily investment that costs less than 30 cents and takes 30 seconds. Add a pinch of ground turmeric to the tablespoon before taking it. Together, olive oil and turmeric increase curcumin absorption dramatically. The fat in the oil carries curcumin directly into the bloodstream at maximum potency. Meal 18. Herb and egg skillet. This one solves a quiet but serious problem: seniors skipping breakfast, gradually losing muscle mass and feeling weak and foggy by mid-morning. It is one of the most common and most preventable patterns in aging, and the Amish address it with the simplest, most complete food on the farm. Eggs provide all 9 essential amino acids, making them a rare, complete protein in one single food. The Amish pair them daily with fresh-cut herbs, parsley for kidney support, chives for heart health, and thyme for its powerful antimicrobial thymol compound. Together they turn the humble egg into a genuinely medicinal morning meal. Whisk 3 fresh eggs with a generous pinch of sea salt. Add a large handful of chopped fresh herbs, parsley, chives, and thyme. Melt real butter in a cast iron skillet over the lowest possible heat and pour in the egg mixture. Cook slowly, stirring gently until just set. Serve with sliced fresh tomato. Complete protein, sustained morning energy, and a productive farm-to-table habit that takes 5 minutes and costs almost nothing, especially if you keep 2 hens in your backyard. Pasture-raised eggs from hens that roam freely contain 3 times more omega-3 fatty acids than commercial store eggs. If you have the space for even 2 hens, the Amish would tell you, do it without hesitation. Meal 19. Dried fruit and seed trail mix. This one quietly solves one of the most damaging daily habits stealing health from seniors: unhealthy snacking. Chips, crackers, and store-bought cookies spike blood sugar, accelerate cellular aging, and drain the body's mineral reserves. The Amish carry an ancient answer in their coat pockets. Dried figs, raisins, and dates were the original travel food of biblical merchants, soldiers, and farmers. Calorie-dense, shelf-stable, and loaded with natural minerals. Pumpkin and sunflower seeds add zinc, magnesium, and healthy fat. Together they form one of the most nutritionally complete snacks in human history. Combine half a cup each of dried figs, golden raisins, and chopped medjool dates. Add a quarter cup each of raw pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Toss with a pinch of cinnamon and a tiny pinch of sea salt. Store in a sealed glass jar for up to 2 weeks. A rare, healthy snack investment that stabilizes blood sugar, replaces destructive processed snacking, and costs a fraction of what any health food store product would charge for the same ingredients in a branded bag. Lightly toast the seeds in a dry pan before mixing. The Amish discovered centuries ago that toasting activates enzymes and breaks down the outer coating of seeds, dramatically improving your body's ability to absorb the zinc and magnesium locked inside. Meal 20. Warm spiced milk with turmeric and honey. This one solves something that matters more to quality of life than almost anything else: poor sleep. Chronic inflammation, racing thoughts, and restless nights are quietly shortening the lives of millions of seniors. The Amish close every day with a warm, healing ritual that addresses all 3 at once. Warm milk before sleep is one of the oldest traditions in both biblical and Amish culture. Tryptophan in milk naturally converts to melatonin, the hormone that regulates deep sleep. Turmeric adds curcumin, one of the most studied anti-inflammatory compounds on Earth. Raw honey provides natural glucose that prevents the nighttime cortisol spikes that wake aging adults at 2 or 3 in the morning. Gently warm 1 cup of whole goat's or cow's milk over low heat. Never boil. Whisk in half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of raw honey until fully combined. Drink slowly, 30 minutes before lying down. Deeper, more restorative sleep, reduced nighttime inflammation, and a calming, faith-rooted evening ritual that is genuinely life-changing for every senior who tries it consistently for 2 weeks. Add 1 small pinch of black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine, which increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. The Amish did not know the science behind this, but they discovered through 200 years of practice that the combination worked better every single time. You don't need a farm. You don't need a big budget, a perfect kitchen, or a plot of land stretching beyond the horizon. You just need one ancient practice, started this week, done imperfectly, in your own home, with what you already have. That is exactly how the Amish built generations of healthy, self-sufficient, deeply rooted families, not by doing everything at once, but by doing one right thing, faithfully, consistently, and with gratitude for what the earth provides. Pick one meal from today. Just one, make it this week. That is enough. And if you want more forgotten Amish wisdom, life-changing healing meals, and biblical homestead secrets delivered to you every single week, subscribe to Amish Homestead Roots right now. This channel is for people who want to live purely, simply, and independently, the way God and our ancestors always intended. Click subscribe. It is free, and every week this ancient knowledge will come straight to you before it disappears from the modern world forever. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one.